Well, for bird watchers, tomorrow's like the Super Bowl and the World Series all wrapped up into one.
You're excited, aren't you?
I am excited.
Well, Saturday is World Migratory Bird Day, and bird migration hits its peak in Wisconsin in mid-May with tens of millions of birds flying into or over the state.
Lisa Gaumnitz from the Save Our Songbird Foundation or organization joins us now. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello. Tell us about this huge migration that's taking place right now.
Sure. Well, as you just mentioned, tens of millions of birds are flying through Wisconsin and also stopping in Wisconsin, some of them to nest and others to fly on up to northern nesting grounds. And so it's historically more than 400 bird species, different bird species have been seen in Wisconsin in the month of May. And so it's just a great time. You can see birds just in about every habitat. You know, walk out to your park or look in your backyard, and it's just fantastic. The colors and the songs, it's kind of unparalleled.
Yeah, the songs are incredible. How many stay and how many use this as an Airbnb?
Oh, sure. No, great question.
People, not birds.
Well, about 226 species actually nest here. So those are considered our birds. And it's, you know, range of species, everything from whooping cranes to, we've got more than 30 different species of warblers to, you know, various ducks and other kind of waterfowl and things like that. And then, as I had mentioned a little earlier, over 400 species do come through Wisconsin. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, there was just super excitement because there was a bird called the flame-colored tanager that alighted in Milwaukee. It was the first time ever it's been recorded in our state. And so like birders just kind of flew to that site and got photographs. So just a lot of excitement, and you're seeing lots of, if you follow eBird, which is a bird reporting platform where you can kind of log the birds you see and where, that is just kind of on fire with the different sightings that people have had of different birds.
It's very exciting.
Oh, I bet. My sister likes to bird, and so I hear a little bit about it, so I'll tell her about that website so she can know.
So Save Our Songbirds, what's that about?
Sure. So Save Our Songbirds, and I don't know if this is an appropriate time to show this, but it's a campaign. It's a campaign of the Wisconsin Bird Conservation Partnership, which is kind of a loose coalition of 180 different groups committed to sustaining our native birds. And just in response to the declines of birds in general and songbirds in particular, we wanted to do what we could to kind of break through the noise and have people focus on 3 steps they could take at home to help songbirds. And so the first one is to plant a couple of plants to your yard or your patio. Container gardening's really blossoming. Sorry for all the puns, but so birds, or excuse me, plants that oftentimes are providing caterpillars and other insects for birds, because 96% of birds, land-based birds, feed their young insects. And then a second thing is to, if you're going to be bringing birds in with your bird feeder or enhanced natural habitat, it's really important to take some steps to make sure that if you've got a window that birds tend to fly into, that you do something. And there's a variety of different options. I just brought one sample, which is tape that you can put on yourself, and then you pull off the tape and it leaves behind these dots that are at a
so the birds see that and they don't fly into it.
Right. And then the third thing is to pay attention. Half of our birds spend their winters in Central and South America, and so we need to pay attention to make sure that they've got their habitat that they need down there. And so a lot of the coffee that's grown down there is now being grown in plantations that have cleared away the trees and taking away the insects and the other habitat that the birds need. So we ask people to try drinking a couple of days a week. Bird-friendly certified coffee is a Smithsonian certification for farms that have lots of trees and a diversity of trees. And if you can't find that, look for that label, then USDA organic, which is pretty widely, is also a good bet.
It's pretty easy to do. And don't let your cats out.
Yes.
That's a big problem.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be out with the binoculars in my bird book tomorrow.
I expect to hear about what you see.
Lisa, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Exciting time for birders.
It is. Have a good day tomorrow.
All right, you too.